Before we proceed to answer these two questions from the perspectives of the Prabhakara and the Bhattu Mimamsakas, we need to mention a few differences between the different branches of the Mimamsa system. The Mimamsa system has two major branches, the Purva Mimamsa and the Uttara Mimamsa systems. The Purva Mimamsa aphorisms were written by Maharshi Jaimini and they were commented upon by Shabara Swamin. Uttara Mimamsa aphorisms, on the other hand, were written by Maharshi Badarayana, and the Uttara Mimamsa Sutras have 9 principal commentaries. Although both the Mimamsa systems have the same principal objective, namely to give a coherent interpretation of the Vedas, yet the perspectives from which these two Mimamsa systems interpret the Vedas are quite different from one another. The Prabhakara Mimamsakas subscribe to the thesis that the entire Vedas is prescriptive in nature. That is, the purpose of the entire Vedas is either to prescribe or to forbid various kinds of rites and actions, where the performance of the prescribed actions leads to various kinds of this worldly and otherworldly pleasures, whereas the performance of the forbidden actions leads to different kinds of this worldly and otherworldly pains. The entire Jnana-kanda or the Upanishadic part of the Vedas derives its validity by being related to the Karma-kanda or the ritualistic part of the Vedas. This is the view of the Purva Mimamsakas. Since on the Purva Mimamsa view, the Vedas are mainly prescriptive in nature, the Purva Mimamsakas place more emphasis upon the imperative sentences. So, while giving a general account of the functioning of the natural languages, they first interpret the prescriptive or the imperative sentences, and they show that the meanings of the indicative sentences are derivative upon the interpretation of the prescriptive sentences. The Uttara Mimamsa system, on the other hand, believe that the entire Vedas converge to establish a single reality, namely the Brahman or the Atman. So, on the Uttara Mimamsa view, the Vedas are not primarily prescriptive in nature, but they describe or establish a single reality. So, on their view, that is on the Uttara Mimamsa view, the Jnana-kanda or the Upanishadic part of the Vedas is logically prior to the Karma-kanda or the ritualistic part of the Vedas, and the Karma-kanda or the ritualistic part of the Vedas derives its validity by being related to the Jnana-kanda of the Vedas. Since the Uttara Mimamsa believes that the entire Vedas converge to establish a single reality, they do not consider the prescriptive or the imperative sentences in a natural language to be logically prior than the indicative sentences. Now, there there is more or less a consensus among the various schools regarding their answer to the first question, namely, what exactly do we understand when we understand the meaning of a sentence? Now, both the Prabhakara and the Bhattamimamsakas answer this question while they comment upon a particular sutra written by Maharishi Jaimini. This sutra or this aphorism is Tad bhutanang kriyartheno samamnayo arthasya tan nimittatvat. So this is the Mimamsa Sutra, namely the Mimamsa Sutra 1.1.25, under which both Prabhakara and Kumarila Bhatto give their answers to the two major issues mentioned earlier. In answer to the first question, namely, what exactly do we understand when we understand by the meaning of a particular sentence, Prabhakara writes, Parasparannaya hi padarthanam vakyartho ityuktam na padartha. That is, the meaning of a particular sentence is the mutual concatenation of the meanings of the subsentential expressions. Thus, sentence meaning is not the same as the meanings of words or the meanings of the subsentential expressions.